So as life often dictates, the next part of this video was due to show that rule going into the market and taking place. But in fact that video corrupted and I couldn't render it, so I'm going to show it to you on a different market. So looking here at another market, and BetAngel is going to trigger this position into the market for us, and we'll see the impact that that will have. And it will do that at 5 seconds, which is coming up in about 5 seconds, and we'll see the whole process continue from there. Like I said, you can ignore all of the settings on this screen because it's all run from automation. The only reason we're using this is so that you can actually see the effect that this is having. But one of the suggestions I make for you is that you don't have to apply the same rule to the same market. You don't have to use the same offsetting value as me. You may want to add qualifying criteria to your in-running bot. You may want to say only if the favorite is this price, or only if this is the case, or if the favorite is this price and the second favorite is that price, and so on and so forth. And you don't have to globally apply all of the rules as well. If you wanted to, you could actually, if I just remove all of these, there's no reason why you can't apply different rules or variations of those rules into different markets. So we could have front runner 1, front runner 2, a completely different rule in another market. You go through, pick your targets carefully, and apply the rules. But one of the things I'll also say to you is that if you're going to create an automated strategy, it's often a good idea just to leave it automated and not to try and intervene, because if you intervene you'll disturb the results, and that may not help you refine your strategy that much. So it's better to have pure results coming back to you than you keep modifying and fiddling around. Start with a very, very simple strategy and then start to layer more complexity on top of it. And that's usually the best way to design a strategy. But in particular, on an in-play market, what you'll find is that, for example, we're looking at a jumps race here over 2.5 miles. The price is going to meander around for a while until a clear leader or horse that's in contention really comes to the fore. So it may be quite a while before this bet actually gets matched. But also bear in mind, the horse doesn't have to win for it to get matched. That's part of the reason that we're using this strategy. Therefore, your strike rate is going to be much, much higher with a trade than it would be with a conventional bet. But anyway, we'll let this one go and play, and we'll keep an eye on the market and see how it develops. So this market's underway. You can see up here, there's only 15 or so seconds of this market has gone. There's no way that this position is going to be matched here because it's not known how well this horse has run. The only way that you would expect this bet to get matched so quickly would be if one of the other horses falls, and that may shorten the price of the favourite up. So if you're watching this strategy and you're seeing it unfold, be patient. It takes a little while for the fields to thin out, especially in a longer race. But if, for example, you applied this during the flat season, in a 5 furlong race, it will only take a minute for that race to be completed, and therefore this trade will work very, very quickly. You'll know the outcome incredibly quickly. But on jumps it's going to take a lot more time. So if you're watching it, sometimes it's better not to do that. Just leave the human element out of it, let the software get on with it, and refine your strategy from there. Now you can actually see the price on the favourite did shorten a little bit, but what I'll do is I'll leave this for the moment and we'll return to it in a second when he's about to get matched. It's interesting actually, I'm returning to this video before I said I would, because I'm watching this race and the favourite is at the back of this field of 6, so he's obviously staying out of trouble. So if you think about this particular strategy, this horse obviously likes to be held up, but you can see that the price is getting shorter and shorter simply because the people who are reading the market are saying, well, you know what, he looks pretty comfortable and I'm not seeing anything from any of these other horses. So in fact, this is a front-running bot, but the horse is being held up, and still the price is shortening. And that's basically people who are saying, well, he looks comfortable, he's not off the bridle, and the jockey will produce him for the result at the end of the race. And basically it looks like this horse likes to be held up, he's following the field around, and he looks very comfortable, so the price is shortening anyway. So I could see that happening. I could see what was happening, which is why I returned to the video earlier than expected. Can you see it there actually? BetAngel switched to the next market. It's ready to do the next one. But let's switch back temporarily because we were interested in what's going on at Ayr. You can see the price on the favourite is still shortening, but he hasn't won the race yet. He still has yet to be produced for this particular race. And by produced, what I mean is the jockey's going to go for the win at some point. And all the way through this race so far, he's just held the horse up. So at some point, he is going to go for this. And it'll be interesting to see what happens when he does. So I'll return to this market as he is about to produce the horse. So Kilkenny Kim is about mid-division now. The horse at the back here has just faded. It's got no stamina at all. But the favourite still looks pretty comfortable at this particular stage and is mid-division now. I sound like a commentator almost. I've watched so many races. So yeah, it's all a question now of when this horse, when the jockey gets the whip out on this horse, whether this horse consents to run or not. And he's positioning himself now on the far side, or on the near side rather. And there's pretty much 5 horses level, apart from this one at the back, which has obviously got no stamina at all. Bad jump there. But it was much more worse for this one. But you can see now that See the Legend is looking not too bad. And still the whip isn't out on this horse. He's jigging him along a little bit. And it's really a race between these two. Cape Arrow and Kilkenny Kim. And he's about to... There goes the whip. But this other horse has it. He's got his whip out as well. And Cape Arrow has sprinted on. And Kilkenny Kim has faded dramatically into 3rd place in the dying moments. That was an interesting race. That was a really interesting race to watch. But can you see, the market was discounting. As the horse went round and hadn't fallen, the market was pulling its price in. And everybody knew how this horse ran. So they were waiting for it to be produced. Jockey got the whip out. And the horse did absolutely nothing. Just completely faded. And the whip went out on Cape Arrow. And the horse responded quite dramatically, and in fact Kilkenny Kim faded hopelessly at the end there and finished in 3rd. But we've got our money anyway, and that's the real advantage of this strategy, is that you can win even if the horse has a shocker like it just has in this race. If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com and download a free trial today.